Pardon the interruption, but I'm Mike Wilbon. It's National Tooth Fairy Day, Tony. When you were a kid, what kind of coin did the Tooth Fairy leave under your pillow?
Tony Kornheiser, coin? In those days, we used shells. Didn't have any coins.
Now, I was not a Tooth Fairy guy. That didn't resonate with me. No Tooth Fairies.
So did you not get any money when you were a kid? Like
no.
A quarter or a half dollar?
No, I don't remember that happening. Maybe it's just been too long ago.
Is it possible your brother Don stole the money?
Yes.
Okay? Went in the pillow,
He's a
stole
banker.
the money.
Look what his life turned out. He's a banker. He probably took the money and deposited it somewhere.
There you go. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Shedeur Sanders is confident, Anthony Edwards is suspended, and Dan Graziano fills us in on the ramifications of Matthew Stafford staying with the Rams. But we begin today with LeBron James. Steph Curry made noise last night with 56 points in a win. LeBron also won, scoring 33 and grabbing 17 rebounds. But it was LeBron's post-game comments that made the biggest headline. The talk turned to being the face of the NBA. Now, earlier in the week, former player Channing Frye was pointedly dismissive of being the face of the league, saying there was far too much criticism of current star players and far too much idolatry of former stars, particularly Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. LeBron sided with Frye, a former teammate, saying, quote, Channing Frye said it the other day. It's unfortunate, but why do you want to be the face of the league when all the people that cover our game and talk about our game on a day-to-day basis bleep on everybody, unquote. Wilbon, do you agree with LeBron?
Mostly no, but there's a lot of layers here, and there's some stuff I might agree with him. And I watched Channing Frye have this rant, and it was insightful. And I disagree with Channing, who I know and like tremendously. And if I was sitting with Channing and or LeBron, I would say, hold on for a second. First of all, we live in a world now in which those guys, and particularly LeBron, they know how to use and manipulate social media, but it goes both ways. It cuts both ways. And that's where a great part of the negativity is. All right? So you engage in this. We live in a world that is largely negative, having nothing to do with sports. That's the world we live in and you live in it. And in LeBron's case, though, when you've been praised justifiably, you've earned the praise and the hundreds of millions of dollars that have started since you were 8 years old. When you put a crown on your head, do you actually believe that the rest of us are just in your kingdom to serve you? Sorry, there's criticism that comes with that. There's comparison that comes with that. I don't know that LeBron feels this way because I haven't asked him. I'd like to ask him. Is he referring to the constant comparisons of Michael Jordan? Because if he doesn't like that, too damn bad. The comparison, the constant attention, that's how you get all that money. It doesn't come from fannies and seats. Yeah. It comes from attention and eyeballs and viewership and listenership and all of that, Tony. And I just wonder, really, do you think that we're supposed to just be there in public relations terms? We're not on your payroll. We're not there just to praise you, even though that's what I think celebrities of every generation think at the height of their powers. By the way, real quickly, Draymond Green criticized the game and was, quote unquote, negative about the style of the game. Where's that coming from? A player, a colleague, a friend of his. So there's so many layers to this, Tony. I could go on forever. Let me shut up.
I'm not going to talk much because I'd rather hear from you because you are, you think Michael Jordan is by far the greatest player who ever lived. I want to get to that from you. But I would just say that this came as news to me. I really wasn't aware. I watch this network a lot, and other than one or two people that you and I both like a lot who are great reporters, I don't hear a lot of criticism of the league at all. And I would say that if Channing Frye is right, that all there is negativity out there, then I guess I wonder, why are there so many shows devoted to the NBA, and why are there networks willing to pay billions of dollars to put the NBA on? I mean, to me, you wouldn't do that unless somebody liked the product in its current form. I'll just take 25 seconds here to say another part of this criticism. Do people like you and I like players from yesteryear? Sure we do.
Yeah.
And we like Wilt, and we like Russell, and we like Julius Erving and Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and Larry Bird and people like that. But don't we also like players of now?
Yes.
I think that Steph Curry and LeBron James are historically important and great players.
They are.
I think that Giannis and Jokic are getting to that point, and maybe down the road, Wembanyama and Gilgeous-Alexander are going to be like that. And my advice, I think, is sort of similar to yours. If Channing Frye's point is, that they get all this criticism, do you just want to be praised and never criticized? Then you know what? Don't turn on television and
get
don't
off social
read the
media.
internet.
Get off social media, Tony. And that is a big part of this.
When you are the face of the league, the result is $1 billion worth of contracts.
And Ant-Man, by the way, is trying to be the face of the league because he's got every commercial in the world. And he should do it. And he should get the money because he's earning it. And last thing about LeBron. LeBron, nobody's been praised as much as LeBron. Justifiably the last 20 years, he's earned it. He's earned every shred of it. And nobody's better, by the way, in media post-game than LeBron. Maybe ever. LeBron's been doing this for 45 years. LeBron may be the best ever at it. So I'd like to talk to him some more and hear some specifics and things that he might be unhappy with.
But you're a Jordan guy. You're a Jordan guy.
Yes, Michael Jordan's the greatest player ever. And if LeBron can't stand it that everybody doesn't have that opinion, too damn bad. Sorry, we're not obliged. We're not. And that conversation about Jordan and LeBron, I was at Prime 112 in Miami the other night. Who's the rapper? Slim Thug, I think is his name. I didn't even know him. He stopped me, and you know what he said? Hey, Mike, we got to talk about something, LeBron or Jordan. I go, really? Really? It's 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday night on Miami Beach. We got to have this conversation. And you know what? We did. Well, you know what else? It's good for the league. It's good for the league.
Why are you out at that hour?
Huh?
It's too late.
I'm not sleeping 5 hours like you.
Happy trails to tonight's game for Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves star is suspended for tonight's game in Utah after picking up 2 technical fouls in last night's loss to the Lakers, giving him 16 on the season. Edwards responded to last night's third-quarter ejection by throwing a ball into the crowd on his way to the locker room. Edwards will also sit out a game for every 2 additional techs he picks up. Back in January, Edwards vowed to get no more technical fouls, but has since earned 7.
He's had 4 since the break, which was a minute and a half ago. Look, the Timberwolves, I think, Tony, can still do some damage in the playoffs because they know what it feels like to go through last year and get to the conference finals. But not without Anthony Edwards. You got to have him out there whole, engaged, and not getting teased every night.
One omission, the 76ers announced today Joel Embiid will be shut down for the rest of the season. Wilbon, is that the right call?
It's the only call, Tone. It's been coming for a while now. Sadly, this is where they end up. Hate to see it.
All right, let's go to the big finish. The Predators snapped the Jets' 11-game winning streak, and you predicted that.
Well, the back-to-backs pile up on you. They're back and forth with the Capitals for best record in the NHL. That's more important. Bill Belichick in North Carolina are considering doing an off-season Hard Knocks on HBO. You like that?
That surprises me. I know it's college. I know you got to sell. I get that, but that surprises me. Zion had his first career triple-double in a win over the Suns. You find that significant?
When Zion's out there, Tony, he's spectacular to watch. It's just you don't know how often he's going to be there. And it's significant for the Suns, who just stink. Cavaliers at Celtics, Nuggets at Pistons, both tonight. Which is more intriguing to you?
I think it's Boston and Cleveland. I mean, they're 1-2 in a conference. I think it's that one.
Yeah.
Last one, women's college hoops, number 4, USC at number 2, UCLA tomorrow. Who you got?
I got a ticket. I'm going to L.A. to see that game.
You'll
that seems like just a big event between two teams, and UCLA has to try to get some get-back.
Good for you. We're out of time. We'll try and do better the next time. I'm Tony Kornheiser.
I'm Mike Wilbon. Have a great weekend, knuckleheads. And now, your sports.